Ayo, and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. It's been a while, but I'm ready to jump back into it, so let's just hit start and continue. You know we're going to do that. Oh, God. All right, well, Chapter 5, whatever that said. What a brilliant day. The sun is shining, the town is full of laughter, and I have my sweet princess here to accompany me. I cannot help but groan at Rumpel's optimism. Because we were both sent out to run errands. Because everyone thinks we make a wonderful couple. No, because we're partners. Partners, a couple, it may as well be the same thing. Half of the time, Rumpel says some deep things, but then he says things like that. It is like he has two personalities. No, it is not the same thing at all. I take out the list and scour it for the things we need to buy. More than half of it is already crossed out. Looks like we've been busy at work. I glance at the bags Rumpel is carrying. He refuses to let me carry any of them, insisting that it would be impolite to force the load on me. Gutter mind. That leaves me with list duty. This is a lot more laid back than what I have to do at the march. Okay, now we have the general medicine restock for Anise. My area of expertise. Never fear, my sweet princess. I will find everything we need. We already have a list. But Rumpel just hums enthusiastically as we continue on our way, and I'm not entirely sure if he heard me or not. We arrive at the little medicine shop in the central plaza. A man exits through the front door, coughing so loudly people turn their head to stare at him. I wait for the man to pass so that I can open the door to the store, but then I notice that Rumpel hasn't budged beside me at all. His eyes do a quick scan of the man before he slowly begins to walk toward him. Sir, you are sick. What's it to you? Even if I was sick, lad, there's nothing I can do if I don't have any money. Besides, it's not like this will kill me. It's just a cough. How long have you had your cough, sir? It seems like such a minor thing, but Rumpel suddenly looks so serious about it. He looks at the man with his eyes slightly narrowed, as if trying to see past him. It's been with me for more than 3 days. Coughs are pesky things, aren't they? They're usually the last thing to go, but at least they're not deadly most of the time. Even if you can't buy the medicine, sir, there are other at-home remedies that might help with your cough. Boy, I've already tried warm tea. My wife's given me enough of that. Water is good for your throat too, sir. Any kind of steam works too. If the cough is riddled with mucus, it'll be easier to expel with steam. When you can't afford the medicine, sometimes the simplest things will help, and coughs stay for a while, so don't fret if you can't get rid of yours immediately. Well, I appreciate the advice. Not exactly what a doctor would tell me, but it'll have to do. The man thanks Rumpel before walking off. I notice Rumpel looking down at the ground, a rather forlorn expression on his face. By the way, I noticed that I'm not doing the same voice for Lady that I normally do. It's just because my throat feels weird, so whatever. Is what he said true? About what, princess? About doctors not giving advice about at-home remedies. Oh, yes, it's very true in real life too, lady. As a matter of fact, if you even talk to most doctors about at-home remedies, they'll laugh in your face and say, that's all bullshit. Here's a prescription medication instead that will probably kill you. Most of the doctors don't believe in such things. They always think that medicines work better than at-home or herbal remedies. The medicines do help, but sometimes they aren't necessary. Also, sometimes they give you problems that were worse than the original one you were trying to cure. Yet, you just gave him advice. Not everyone can afford medicine. Being a doctor means helping people, not taking advantage of their sickness to steal their money. Oh, Rumpel. Oh, if I could pinch your little cheek, I would. Money was never a problem at the palace. Whenever I was sick, the palace staff made sure I had the best and most effective medicines. Do you remember what you were like as a doctor? I I wanted to help everyone that showed up at my doorstep. Sometimes I couldn't, and it frustrated me. I prescribed medicines when necessary, gave advice other times, and when things were dire, I performed small operations. He does seem a lot more serious when he's talking about health. Rumpel was silent for a few moments before his eyes lit up once again. Anyway, shall we go stock up on our medicine? I thought you said medicine wasn't always helpful. Because it's not. But I also know that Anise uses mostly herbs, and that she tries to handle things without too much medication. She's quite capable. We enter the shop, and in no time at all, Rumpel spots the items on our list. We use up the rest of our money to buy the medicines and remedies that we need, and then we begin to head back to the tavern. On the way there, Rumpel strikes up a conversation again. So, Princess, have you given any thought to what I said before? About what? You've already forgotten? About making people happy, you stupid! What? You know, you could make me happy right here and now by giving me a kiss on the cheek. I stare blankly at him before walking away. No, thank you. And alas, my hopes are dashed again! When we are at the outskirts of town, my god, I must be hungry because I read outskirts as skirt steak. Anyway, when we were at the outskirts of town, I pause and turn around. It is as if I can feel eyes at my back, but I do not see anyone openly staring at me. Is someone watching me? Suddenly, I feel warmth in my hand, then fingers interlace through mine. Oh, oh God. I have a cough. Do you have some advice for me, Rumpel? Rumpel pulls me a little closer, his expression oddly gentle. Don't worry, my sweet princess. You're safe with me. Oh, he even sensed that she was feeling uncomfortable. Rumpel, I like you the most of all. Suddenly his face is a lot closer to mine, and I can see his features more closely. It is like the night in the forest, except his face is not marred by the same shadows. There is caution in his eyes, but it is not directed at me. Did you see someone following you? No, I just thought I felt someone looking at me. Better to stay together then. He knows something. We begin walking again. The two of us begin to head back to the march. Rumpel has all the bags in one hand now. He hummed a little bit as we walk. It is remarkably peaceful, so much so that I do not even mind him holding my hand. Oh, sugar snap peas! She's getting into it with ease. Ha ha, romanceries. It suddenly feels a lot safer. Why do your eyes look so crazy sometimes, lady? I don't understand. I'm so lost in reverie that I do not even notice when we turn and go in the opposite direction. Ooh, beautiful forest. This is not the way back to the march. On the contrary, it's just a more scenic path. Don't you like the forest, princess? The shafts of light coming in through the canopies, the soft blades of grass that tickle your ankles, the beautiful me that kisses your beautiful you. It is such a romantic place. Oh, look at him blushing. Rumpel, I like you. No matter what he says, this does not lead back to the march. It is not a scenic path or a path at all. Actually, I'm pretty sure I do see like a path right there, lady. So, you know, slow your potato roll, bake it in the oven, and back it up. Whatever that meant. Let's stop walking, though, because I want them to get closer. I want them to have the relations. I instantly root myself in place. And even though Rumpel is far taller than me and far stronger, he stops after noticing that I'm no longer walking. Oh, princess, did you want to stop and admire the scenery? Oh, okay, good. All right. Why are you taking me through here? I do not care about scenery, and I do not care about walking anywhere with you. I'm a bitch whenever I'm uncomfortable, for some reason. Ah, princess, your honesty really is a treasure. One day I will make it so you enjoy going places with me, not just holding my hand. I quickly slide my hand out of his, my face feeling somewhat hot. Ah, there's the sweet rosiness to your cheeks. You never answered my question. It's a detour. We were only going to be in here for a few minutes. Oh, what if he actually took me in there to get away from somebody that was following us, but he doesn't want to say? If you thought you saw someone... Oh, you see that? You see what I'm talking about? Man, me and Rumpel are just on the same wavelength. Wait, on the same wavelength? I can't speak. If you thought you saw someone's eyes on you, it's better to divert their attention away from the march. And before you say it's dangerous, yes, it is, but we're still not far enough away from town to worry about safety. And I believe I can protect you. Won't you compliment my cleverness, sweet princess? He takes a step forward, bridging the short distance between us, and then, suddenly, his fingers are around my wrist again. But he does not lace his fingers through mine. Instead, he takes my hand in his, and then pulls it up to his face. Oh, what's he gonna do? Before I realize it, my hand is on his cheek, his hand cupping my own. Princess, you can trust me. Always, I mean. I can sense that sometimes you trust me, sometimes you don't. But you don't need to be so cautious around me. I shower you with compliments because I believe you deserve them. I tell you that I enjoy being around you because I do. I should be focusing on his words, but all I can look at are his eyes. His big, purpley-looking crazy eyes. Why is this shaped like that? I don't know, but I like it. I like his glasses a lot. What do I need to do for you to fully trust me? Mother told me that people lie, so how can I trust that everything he says is the truth? Well, for starters, your mother was terrible. Like, she was just the worst. So, you really shouldn't trust everything she said. Perhaps if I stopped throwing compliments at you, you would not be you without all the compliments. Oh, what am I saying? I always complain about his compliments, but the thought of Rumpel without compliments is... strange. So you do enjoy my compliments, sweet princess? No, What? Words have deserted you? I understand. Being so close to me would have that effect on any woman. I'm quite the Casanova. Something bright and angry flares up inside of me, something that I don't understand. I pull my hand away from him, a scowl on my face. Was it my big mouth again, princess? Come on, let us go back to the march. I start walking ahead, and Rumpel rushes to catch up with me. I clench my fingers and let out a silent sigh. Rumpel was being nice to me again, but I always reject his kindness. Well, I'm glad you notice. I'm glad you're being self-aware. That's halfway towards woke. Because it cannot be real. Oh. She did... What? Oh, God, I thought that was the end. Do not scare me like that, game. I have invested too much time of the reading for you to be of the ending right now. Days go by. I consider Rumpel's advice, but I refuse to flirt with anyone again. But I have no idea how to make anyone happy. Rumpel told me that I cannot make anyone happy without knowing anything about them and listening to them like I did with Anise. But what reason do I have to listen to people? To do the thing that you just said you want to do? I mean, really. This is so frustrating. Days later, Rumpel and I sit at a table waiting for our work orders. Rumpel is on the verge of conversation when we suddenly hear Parfait speaking in the doorway. Rumpel picks up on the words before I do and rushes over to the front door. He looked almost nervous. Who is at the front door? I excuse myself briefly, telling Anise that I will be back. I make my way over to the front door, and there I see 3 people in conversation. There is Rumpel and Parfait, and a very pale man. The pale man looks like death itself, like he might just keel over. I can help him. Rumpel. He needs help. He can stay in my room instead. I can even restock the medicines on my own if need be. So please, let me help him." There is a desperation in Rumpel's eyes that I have never seen before. He looks at Parfait pleadingly, all the while holding the man by the shoulder to steady him. What is happening?
"Oh, Princess, this man heard about Rumpel through one of the men at the tavern. He's sick and doesn't have a lot of money to pay for treatment. He came here seeking Rumpel. He must have been able to find this place because he was cursed."
Does he even have money to pay? Rumpel turns to me with a frown on his face. I have never seen him look at me so sternly. "Princess, you remember what I told you before." "Oh, damn. Damn, Rumpel." He was insistent that a doctor's #1 priority was to help their patient, regardless of their monetary situation. Oh, if only that were true in real life.
"Take him to your room then, Rumpel. I will have Anise assist you, if she's willing."
I don't remember what voice I did for her either. "No, Anise does not need to worry herself."
"I think she'd want to help you."
The two cut their discussion short when the man starts coughing, a terrible hacking cough that paralyzes him. Rumpel steadies him, and then he begins to slowly move him toward his room.
"Don't worry, Princess. He'll be fine."
"What?"
"I can see the worry on your face. Rumpel will be fine."
"Why would I worry about Rumpel?"
"Because it's not like you to worry about someone you don't know at all."
He looked so alarmed. I've never seen Rumpel look like that before. It is not like him.
"Rumpel knows what he's doing. I'll have someone else assist you with serving today, so no worries."
Parfait comes through on her promise. When I go back to the bar, both Anise and Rumpel are gone. Karma, or Miss Karma, is there instead, looking disgruntled. "Waltz would be better at this. Why do I have to help?" "Because Waltz is busy doing his puppet shows, and Rumpel is helping a sick man." "Oh? Well, I guess there's nothing to do about this then, other than enjoy it." He flips his hair and smiles brilliantly. "I will attract all of the customers today. Perhaps we should have a competition, Princess." "Compete with yourself." That was very close to saying go F yourself. That was the most polite way of saying it. I am really not in the mood for karma right now. Then I shall definitely compete with myself, because challenging yourself is important. Karma picks up waiting tables fairly easily. I notice that he speaks very fondly to the girls, but they are not as receptive as they are with Rumpel. Well, that's because he's a lady, and they're probably not into ladies, so, makes sense. Many times they ask Karma where Rumpel is, and he seems agitated when he tells them that Rumpel is busy. They seem just as irritated. Once my break starts, I meet Karma at the bar. He looks depressed. "I guess if you and Why would I say that?" "All right. I guess if you and Rumpel competed to woo girls, he would win." "Darling, if I were to shed my disguise right here and now, I would be the clear victor." "Is your name Victor?" Because, again, for anyone who hasn't been watching this, he is a man who's been cursed with being, seen as a woman, basically. "Since without this disguise, women would flock to me. It is rather uncomfortable to have every woman in Angielle fall in love with you." "You look like you're judging me, Princess." "Because I am. If only you understood my plight." Karma and Rumpel may speak similarly, but they are still so different. Karma is the type to complain. Rumpel never complains. He is overworking himself for someone else, just like he went out of his way to apologize to me many times. My heart sinks a little bit as I think of him and Anise helping out the sick man. Rumpel did not even want Anise going up there, so he probably wouldn't want me up there either. I could try to go visit him, or I could go back to my room. You know what? I'm going to go help Rumpel, because I feel like I want to show him that I do support him, and that I do care about what he cares about, especially since he got so mad at me for like bringing up the issue of money. And also I just want to get rid of Karma because Karma's annoying. Go to Rumpel's room. I think I'll go check on him. Later, Karma, bitch. Oh.
Check on Rumpel? I hadn't realized I was speaking aloud. I look at Karma, who furrows his eyebrows at me slightly. I honestly don't know how you can stand him as a partner. Why do you dislike Rumpel so much? A lot of things, Princess, but that fight is between us and doesn't involve you. Then do not involve me. You have no need to comment on us being partners. Karma looks at me wide-eyed and a little shocked. Then a sort of knowing comes into his eyes and he smiles. Just a little bit. Yes, I think you should go visit him, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to get him off your mind, would you? He laughs a little before picking up his tray and rushing off to continue his shift. I slowly make my way upstairs, my feet feeling heavy. For some reason, I feel like Karma was right. I make my way over to what I think is Rumpel's door. The door is slightly ajar, and I hear hushed voices on the other side. I don't know why I laughed at that. Like, I don't know why I laughed at the door is slightly ajar. What is wrong with me? Those voices definitely belong to Anise and Rumpel. I slowly push the door open and quietly step inside. Oh my god, what if they were kissing or something? Oh, wait, isn't that my room? Oh no. Rumpel and Anise are standing over the man, who is covered in blankets and coughing. A series of bottles sit on the table close by. None of the herbal remedies are working. We need medicine for this. I'm sorry, I don't have any more money to offer, Rumpel. Anise, please don't sound so sad. You've already tried helping as much as you possibly can. It's my fault for promising to buy the medicine that we need. I glance at the table where a list is sitting. Beautiful cursive handwriting details everything that the patient needs. Everything is circled, except for some medicine at the very bottom that has a star next to it. Is that Rumpel's handwriting? Suddenly, the two of them turn. They both look shocked to see me. Princess, what are you doing here? I came to see how you were doing. Princess, I'm fine, but... He glances down at the man on the bed. Anise sighs out a little bit. We've given him what we can, but the one medicine that we need is something we can't afford. Why are you making that face, Anise? It is such a creepy, underhanded, mischievous face. I don't trust it. Even with the money I'm getting from Lady Parfait, it isn't enough. I walk into the room and glance at the list. I look over at the total for the medicine, then at the coins on the table that I hadn't noticed before. Did Rumpel use all his money for this stranger? What will happen if you do not get this medicine? Without this, the infection will spread, and he could... He goes silent as the man starts coughing again. I can read the answer in his eyes, even if he won't say it. The man could be in terrible danger. He could even die. Rumpel looks defeated. He does not look like himself at all. I glance at the coins again, then at the list. Without a second thought, I grab both the list and the coins. Princess, what are you... I'll be back. I leave the room, even with Anise and Rumpel protesting behind me. I make my way to my room where I pick up the bag of coins that the king gave me when I went to the palace on the day I was cursed. Then I head for the door. Wow. She's actually learning. I immediately head for the medicine store that we always frequent. I counted the coins that I need to buy the medicine. This will take all of my money, but it wasn't as if I was going to use it for something else. I rush back to the march with the medicine in a little bag, hoping that this is the one that Rumpel needs. It is dark by the time I get back to the march. Damn, how far is the freaking town? I make my way to Rumpel's room again and notice that he is sitting on a stool beside the patient's bed, looking at him forlornly, which is a very weird, weird word. When I enter the room, his eyes go wide. He seems even more surprised when I hand him the bag.
Princess, is this...
He opens the bag and lets the little vial roll into his hand. Oh, look at it! It looks almost like a ponytail that somebody chopped off.
How did you buy this?
I combined your total with the money I had left. Rumpel just stares at me, clearly flabbergasted. Then his expression morphs into something softer, something more relieved. He steps forward and suddenly his arms are around me. He grips me tightly, and then I hear his voice in my ear.
Thank you so much, Princess Lady.
My heartbeat picks up slightly. It is so loud I think Rumpel might hear it, but when he pulls away, he does not say anything.
I'll have to thank you for this later, Princess, but for now, you should leave. I don't want you to get sick.
Ooh, he's gonna thank me for it later? How you gonna do it, Rumpel? How you gonna do it? I'm too dazed to disagree. I nod my head quietly before moving stiffly toward the door. I glance back at Rumpel one last time, noticing that he is checking the man's temperature. The moment I leave the room, a flash of light emanates from my chest. I absently touch the glass slipper at my neck, and then pause as I stare down at it. I feel a soft gasp leave my lips when I notice the fragment of a second slipper. Yay! I did my first good deed! I did my first good deed! Lady, lady, she did her first good deed! Lady, lady, we did it! We did it! We did it! Hooray! I got my first good deed. Yes, I just finished singing about it, lady. You're a little late to the party. I bought the medicine for Rumpel, but I only added in a few more coins to buy it. So, what I did today was considered this thing referred to as good deed? I am confused, but at the same time, I am pleased that I actually managed to get a good deed. Now, I only need 2 more. The next day, I go down to the tavern area to begin my work, but I am there a little early. Waltz is working on his puppets at a table, eyebrows furrowed in concentration. When I walk in, he looks up at me and smiles. Then he raises his eyebrows. Princess, congratulations! You got your first good deed. I did. I knew you could do it. I nod in response. His praise makes me feel oddly proud. Oh, she's learning how to interact with people? Oh, my little lady, I'm so proud. I continue my usual work, keeping an eye out for Rumpel as I work my shift, but he never appears. A few days goes by. Oh, God. A few days go by, and it is only after the man leaves, looking a lot healthier and stable than he was before, that I finally see Rumpel. He and the man speak at the front door to the tavern.
No, really, sir. I couldn't take anything from you. Nonsense! You saved my life. I need to pay you back somehow.
The man is holding the money out to Rumpel, but Rumpel just shakes his head. I notice that there are dark circles under his eyes, and that he looks tired.
I didn't help you for the money. But I insist. That money could be spent on better things, like your family.
True that.
You may not take my money, but I promise I will pay you back. Your health is all the reward I need, I promise. I can't thank you enough.
After the man leaves, I approach Rumpel. He turns to me and leans against the door, his smile still tired, but bright.
Ah, Princess! Come to heal my weary body, perhaps? I would so love another hug.
My face becomes hot at the memory of Rumpel's hug from the other day.
Are you sure it's only your face? Because you keep saying your face becomes hot, but I think it's the whole of you. I think it's from head to toe of you. Anyway. Ah, the natural rouge of your cheeks is so sweet, Princess. It makes me feel infinitely better. And your necklace seems... different?
I reach up to touch the pendant. Every time I get a good deed, a piece gets added to my necklace.
Oh, right! You helped with the medicine the other day. Of course that was a good deed, Princess. It was very selfless of you. Thank you again for that.
That man tried to thank you too, but you refused his money. Why? And why did you spend your money on him?
Because life is invaluable, Princess. No amount of money could ever be more important than a person's life.
Even if it is someone you do not know?
Yes, because everyone has a life, Princess. They have loved ones, families, sweethearts. And if I can help them, I will. And I will gladly spend any amount of money to do so.
Okay, fine. But why did you not accept any money from that man?
Because no amount of money...
You needed that money. How are you going to buy more medicines without any money?
Now here is where I do agree with her. I do feel that his heart was in the right place, but the fact is if he wants to continue helping people in the future, he is going to need money. And so I think that if you're in a situation where you don't need the money, then you can like put up your hand and say, no, it was enough, that I was able to help you and save your life. But if you know that you're struggling and that him, paying you, even if he's in dire straits, is going to help you help somebody else next time, then, you should have just taken it. So I'm with her on that part.
Rumpel's eyes widen. He was clearly not expecting me to ask that question.
But he said before he didn't have much money, and it was true. I can't take money from him when he doesn't have much of it to begin with. Yeah.
He was thanking you with money. You should have accepted it. Parfait pays you, does she not?
Rumpel's shoulders sag when he sighs. That's actually a good point, because Parfait also said that they were kind of struggling for money, but he doesn't object to her, giving him payment, so, interesting. Yes, even though I won't accept the money from her face to face, she has to sneak it into my wallet.
If she does that, why not just accept it from her?
I'm trying to make a statement, Princess. God!
And Parfait does not seem to care because she sneaks the money into your wallet regardless.
You have a point there.
You're stubborn.
We both are. Now I have a question. Why did you use your money on that man? You knew nothing about him. Did you do it for him? For yourself? Or for me, perhaps?
Rumpel grins at me mischievously. Even with the tired eyes, I can still see the bright cheer in them.
Hit the nail right on the head. Again, you're becoming easier to read, my sweet princess. Like a book with only one word in it. Well, no matter why you did it, thank you. That medicine was necessary to help that man.
I still think you should have accepted money from him. You helped him and did him a service no one else would. You should have accepted his gratitude.
Princess, I told you for the last damn time.
I crossed my arms and frowned at him. You're so stubborn. Rumpel's smile falters, and he just looks at me sadly, almost guiltily. For some reason, the sight of him in such a state makes my heart sink. Wipe off that frown. You look better with a smile.
Oh, snap! I just gave him a compliment!
Rumpel stares at me shocked. Why is he staring at me like that?
You like my smile?
What? I did not say I...
You like my smile, and you complimented it too! Princess, you have no idea how much this means to me!
Rumpel throws his hands in the air. I resist the urge to roll my eyes at the exaggerated reaction. You get compliments all the time from women.
Yes, but none as honest as yours. That compliment is valuable because I know you absolutely meant it. So I will keep those words close to my heart because they are precious to me, like the jewel of the Nile.
It wasn't anything like the spectacular compliments he gives, yet he still looks so happy. You two seem to be getting along.
Parfait appears behind us with a smile on her face.
Sorry to interrupt, but, lady, Karma is slowly drowning in table work. Would you help him?
Yes, of course.
Rumpel looks disappointed as I am sent back to the bar, where Karma expresses immediate relief that I am back. Rumpel retires to his room early that day, and he is given the day off. Both Delora and Parfait can see the tiredness on his face, just like I can. Oh, my baby doll, Delora! Is she going to make an appearance again? Because I miss her. He does not reappear for the rest of the day. At the end of my shift, I retire to my room.
When I get downstairs the next morning, I am met with a familiar sight. Both Karma... Oh, God. Oh, here we go. Both Karma and Rumpel stand on opposite sides of a table, their voices rising in argument.
They are fighting again?
I happen to catch their words as I walk quietly down the stairs. Who are you to criticize my work ethic when you were gone for several days, leaving me with your workload? It wasn't like I wanted to, and who are you to criticize how I work? All of the ladies I spoke to said you shower them with compliments. What kind of professional behavior is that? I'm having a hard time believing you're a professional with the way that you flaunt yourself. At least I don't flirt with people to attract their attention. And you flirt with them and don't even realize the effect it has on other people. Flattery is not a crime. Just yesterday, the princess came to see you in your room, all because you gave her the impression that you liked her. Excuse me, bitch? Don't bring me into your damn foolishness. Were you actually spying on her? And you call me uncouth?
No, I overheard her say it.
And you're wrong. I never say anything if it isn't truthful. Well, then the truth of the matter is that you must be in love with many women. Because they all seem to think that you'll get down on one knee and propose to them. You say some sly things, Miss Karma, and yet you're the biggest liar of us all. At least I don't lie to my partner. Okay. We don't even... Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. I was about to say I'm going to defend Rumpel, but Karma just said that he lies to me, or she, God damn it, Karma, he implied that Rumpel is lying to me, rather. So I think if I watch from afar, I might kind of overhear a little bit more that will, instead of just blindly defending Rumpel. Because I do like him, and I do feel that if he is lying to me, that maybe it's for my own good. That it's not because he wants to hurt me anyway. This is their fight. I have no reason to jump in to defend anyone. I watched their fight from the middle of the staircase. The two of them never seemed to notice me standing there. I have never lied to the princess. Sometimes people might assume different intentions of my flattery, but I never lie. That's exactly what a liar would say to defend himself when he knows that he's been caught. Liar? The only liar here is you.
Excuse me? I'll have you know that I never lie.
Then what's this about Miss Karma, One moment you say it's a disguise, the next moment you say... Rumpel flinches back as Karma stands taller and clenches his hands into fists. I begin to make my way down the staircase. I come to a stop in between the two men who seem surprised to see me. Oh, I think Karma was about to get physical. I'm about to speak, but the sound of footsteps distracts me. Oh, there's my girl. You two are at it again? Jurian stops at the table and frowns at them. Both men glance away from her cold gaze. Karma murmurs something before excusing himself. Rumpel looks down at the table, his eyes knit together with frustration. I like his angry face, because his face looks smaller and smushed for some reason. Anyway. What is wrong with you two? Why can't you just be civil with each other? Jurian, you're never here to see how these fights start. Karma is every bit a beast, attacking me for no good reason at all. But with your keen eye, you should be able to discern that, right? Flattery won't work on me, Rumpel. And second, I doubt these fights start without any bit of prompting from you. I swear I don't start anything. Karma is just always irritable. He's like a woman during that one time of the month. Hey now. You're not an all-star. We do not all get moody during that time of the month, I will have you know. I just get very hungry and also very sleepy. Jurian walks away stiffly, leaving me with Rumpel. I look at him, a little irritated by his earlier comment. He gives me a sheepish smile.
Princess, can you give me some help with inventory?
I am coming. As I turn away, Rumpel waves. I'll see you later, Princess. Who knows? You might get your second good deed. I resist the urge to roll my eyes. It feels like it will be a while yet before I can achieve my next good deed. Da 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 ding dang do dong do dong. Yay! End of the chapter. Blah 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 blah. Let's not go into what it is. Let's just pause it here. Okay, so yeah, that was more of Cinderella Phenomenon. And boy, things are heating up. I really like this thing going on with Karma and Rumpel. I like this dynamic. Because I do feel that Karma is attracted to Rumpel and is jealous of me, jealous of like him flirting with other women, and he just can't accept it in himself, so he constantly picks fights with Rumpel. I'm just really interested in seeing how that goes. I just really am. But anyway, that's enough of this. So choose to come back for the next episode when I continue my wonderful love affair with the wonderful Rumpel.